proper place for females.
Oh, okay. So women just...
Alright, Owen. What the fuck do you want?
Hello, Dave. How are you?
I am fine.
I just have to say that you're fine.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me just mute this quickly. Right. There's quite a few. You've invited me quite quickly, actually. I went first the other day. Do you want to let a few people in before me so they get a chance to speak?
Owen, ask your fucking questions and be quick about it.
What what was the question was about abortion, right? About the death penalty and such.
Okay, why do you vehemently support abortions to the point of lunacy and advocate against the death penalty to the point of lunacy?
Right, okay. Thought experiment time. You wake up one day and you feel a bit strange. Something's not quite the same as it was before. You go to the doctor. Doctor says you are pregnant.
Okay.
Would you go through the pregnancy?
I don't know.
You don't know.
But here's the thing. This is the thing. His thing never answered. He never asked me where my line on abortion was. He assumed that I was like Charlie Kirk or
Dave, the thought experiment is just so far I've not said anything else yet. I've just said you go to the doctor's. The doctor says you are pregnant.
No. Hold up. I haven't finished giving my shit yet. He assumed that I was like Charlie Kirk and like Ben Shapiro and Benny Johnson. No abortions under any circumstances. No, I'm fine with abortion. Up to 20 weeks. I think that's more than reasonable. It's 4 weeks before the brain is developed, and I think we are our brains, basically.
Okay, we'll put that to the side for a second, Dave. I'm asking, you have found that you're pregnant. What would you do in that situation? Would you go through
it depends. Well, one, you're asking that I turn myself into a female. Which...
The thought experiment doesn't need any specifics about your...
Yes, it does! I can't be a female!
Let's say in this experiment you have the necessary inner components to become pregnant. You are now pregnant. Do you want to go through with this pregnancy?
Considering I had to go through hell, yes!
So you would go through the pregnancy? And you've got the financial...
Again, Owen, I am not a woman! I am a male!
Well, that's why it's a thought experiment, Dave. I'm not...
Well, this thought experiment is stupid! I am never going to fucking be pregnant! Nor will any other fucking trans woman!
Dave, that's why it's a thought experiment. You've got to, think a little bit beyond...
No, it's delusion. It's deluding yourself into make-believe. I refuse to do this thought exercise then. It's in make-believe. Let me ask you a question, Owen. Do you have a sister? Do you have a sister?
Sorry?
Do you have a sister?
If I say yes or no, does it matter?
Probably for the purposes, just say yes.
Like you did for my question. Go on, I'll say yes for the sake of it.
All right. Now, me and you are on board of your sister having the abortion before my 20-week mark. But what if your sister doesn't do that and she's a day away from delivering the baby?
Why do we always go back to
are you going to support? Are you going to support her having basically killing a full-grown human that could be delivered cesarean?
Why do we always go to like the most extreme anti-abortion position where those adverts where they claim that like a pregnant woman...
Well, why do you always go to the most extreme pro-abortion things? You literally argued earlier that if again your sister was pregnant, she would have... Does she have the right to an abortion or not at that point?
So
she's 36 hours from giving birth. Does your sister have a right to an abortion, yes or no?
Dave.
Yes
How
or
abortions
no?
typically perform,
Yes
Dave?
or no?
Do you understand? Dave,
Yes
that this
or
question
no?
is silly?
Does your sister have a fundamental right to an abortion? Yes or no? And we're gonna stay here
If-
all night until you answer this.
So, it's saying like I'm getting to it, Dave.
Yes
Yeah.
or no? You have a
Dave, are you a
simple
medically-
answer.
Dave,
It is either
are you-
yes
are you-
or no. No, I am not going to let you just weasel your way out of this. Yes,
I'm gonna answer.
yes,
You've got
or
you're shouting
no.
over me,
Yes
Dave.
or no.
I will give you a yes or no once you let me explain. the
No,
reason
no,
it's
there is no
necessary.
explanation.
Yes, Dave.
There
Yes,
is no
there
explanation. It's either yes or no, and then you can give whatever explanation you want. Yes or
Okay,
no.
So if I give a yes or no, you're going to cut me off and end the
No,
thing
I promise,
promise.
I promise I will let you give whatever bullshit answer you want. Yes or
Javier,
no? Your sister is 36 hours away from giving birth to your nephew or niece. Do you believe she has the right to an abortion?
If the doctor decides,
Yes
say
or
that I'm-
no? I don't care the scenario. Do you believe she has the right? Yes or no?
it is the autonomy of the person.
Oh
that is
my
pregnant
God,
who is alive.
yes
you just
or
said
no?
You weren't. I was literally about to say yes then, Dave, but now. you need to
Okay,
hear my
fine.
explanation.
Thank the
Dave,
great
you're
good
interrupting,
God.
Dave. Time to
You
listen
said
now,
yes. So you're fine
Time
with
to
murdering babies.
Dave, you said you would listen to the explanation.
Fine,
Dave.
I will.
You've got to be quiet now for a good few minutes now because I've got to speak and explain. Now let's preface this with the fact that abortion, as any medical procedure, is complex. It's complicated. It's not something that is the binary yes or no that you've set up, and it wouldn't be ushered upon a person about to give birth, hours away, then rush into a medical room where they say, yes, time for an abortion now, it's your choice.
Well, in
Abortion
a
is
couple of my
something-
states,
Dave,
and
you're interrupting, Dave. You're interrupting. Like you said, you promised you weren't. Yeah, I would hope that
Alright, you're right.
your word is
you're
good.
right.
So, abortion, in an ideal world where we had no anti-abortion pseudoscience and no conservatives running around taking away people's autonomy and no threats to, no proper sex education and proper access to contraception and, not the economic poverty and all the factors that influence people's sexual health. It would not be performed on people when they're hours away from giving birth because the massive period of time that exists in which abortion is usually performed, it is there and available and accessible to people across society. Now, occasionally, very rarely, very, very rarely, nowhere near the sort of delusional propaganda that far-right types have conjured, is sometimes performed later in a pregnancy and always exclusively pretty much, for health reasons, because there's a danger to the person who is pregnant and they are more important than the cells inside them. Now, the abortion procedure is not what you see in the sort of propaganda against it, where it's like a fully grown baby is like ripped out of the woman and then just thrown in the bin or something. It's a clean procedure, again, predominantly done on stuff that we would never ever consider human, stuff that, like embryos and fetal matter and things which you would not classify as a human. Not properly, not something that's alive. That laugh counts as an interruption, Dave, by the way. I'm still speaking. The fact that you're framing this discussion around extremely, closed-minded, unrealistic scenarios is sort of a typical right-wing thing to do, where you've contorted the situation to something that's not Sorry?
To fucking bend over backwards, break rocks with my goddamn teeth to get you to open your mind just a little bit.
What do you mean, bend?
That abortion is an act of killing.
It's not, though, Dave. It's not an act of murder.
Yes, it is.
It's not. We'll go back to the. Let's say you wake up and you're.
What about chicken
in this
eggs, then,
ambulance.
sweetheart?
Sorry.
What about chicken eggs?
Chicken eggs.
Well, chicken eggs are missed periods. Had we let the rooster fuck the chicken, they'd be fertilized.
What does this have to do with a person getting an abortion?
Well, you're also talking about abortion up to the moment of birth is a good thing.
Don't understand what you're saying here, Dave.
And again, you're not really addressing the other side of my argument of
What, death penalty?
why is it why is it morally improper for the state to kill someone for a crime?
So,
I mean, you're a
murder,
socialist.
Dave.
You want the state to rule us from the cradle to the goddamn grave.
Do I want that, Dave?
You're a socialist, are you not?
I would consider myself somewhere in that.
Yes,
denomination.
then yes, you do.
Do I want that, Dave? Have you asked me?
Okay, let me ask you a couple questions. Do you think healthcare should be private or government?
It's a human right, Dave. In an ideal society, once we move beyond the existence of a state organisation we see today, of course, we would have it as something embedded into our communities. But whilst we have the current state governments and the sort of capitalist system as a whole,
Do you think
we
a
need
taco
governments to
truck should
provide
be
it.
owned by the guy that started the taco truck or the employees that work in the taco truck?
How do you start a taco truck?
You buy a food truck.
Where did the truck come from?
You find a place to park it.
Where did the truck come from, Dave? How's it running? Where are you getting the tacos
You
from?
buy it from a food truck lot.
Okay, where did it come from? Did it just appear? Did they just like in
Pretty much, yeah. It
well,
just
Sims,
appeared.
It just appeared. It just appeared. Well,
I'm not gonna break. I'm not gonna
true.
break this shit down to its base ass components. Somebody bought a food truck, spent a lot of money buying said food truck, and then found a good parking spot, made a lot of money selling tacos. Should he be required to share the profits once the truck is paid off and everything is cool? Should he be required to share said profits with his employees?
The person who runs this taco truck relies on the labour of many, many others, and therefore, yes, is not entitled to become a taco truck.
They didn't take the
billionaire.
risks, so they're entitled to nothing.
Risk is subjective, the labour is not. Therefore, they are all responsible and all deserve. Like this taco truck. Obviously, they're running one taco truck, but if they made millions, those millions should be shared amongst all. Labour
No, only one
yes.
guy took the risk.
doesn't matter, Dave. Risk is subjective.
Yes, it does.
Risk
That's
is
like
subjective,
saying
Dave.
that somebody that got a job at Target right now should enjoy the profits of the entire Target corporation.
They should
That's
receive their
stupid.
portion, Dave. If the people working on the floor at Target stopped working, what happens to Target? All falls apart.
You're right.
The billions
It does.
are hoarded,
That
Dave.
means their hourly wage goes up.
You're not understanding,
But
Dave.
they get paid whether, here's the thing. You as an employee get paid either way. I as a business owner, I don't get paid unless my business makes money.
Are you a business owner?
Yes I am.
And do you employ people?
Yeah. And I don't get paid.
What sort of business are you in, Dave?
None of your fucking business.
I was only
All right,
asking.
I'm gonna jet off. You've been
What? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry, Dave. What did you say?
what I'm in is none of your fucking business. I'm just gonna admit people because me and you've been talking for way too long, and there's a lot of people.
Well, can we go back to the? Can we go back to very quickly to the
No,
death
we
penalty?
can't. We've had our time.
You did take
Tell
us
you
away
what,
from you asked for.
Text me or email me, and we'll set up a time. Maybe we can have a thing.
What's your email, Dave? I don't send me a message.
PBS
on my-
Corporation or warcorps3@gmail.com.
War Corps, and is that all lowercase or like what's the? You need to give me some case sensitive stuff here, Dave. Hello, Dave.
Warcorps3, it's all lowercase.
And is that at Hotmail, Gmail? What we?
Gmail.com.
Gmail.com. Awesome.
I've given you
Right.
this. All right, bye.
Enjoy. Bye. See you in a bit.
Okay. So, as other people have said, my argument with why I go for abortion, but I do not go for death penalty, comes down to a simple fact. When you look at all of this argument of abortion until the day of birth is almost never, the day of birth is never a thing. You don't get someone waiting 30 minutes before their abortion, before their birth, and be like, no, just cut it out.
Okay. Hold up. Let me stop you.
Okay.
Are you fine with abortions ending at 20 weeks?
No. There's a reason.
Okay,
Can I explain
then
why?
now we have the problem.
Can I explain why?
I'd love to hear you say this.
1% of abortions happen after 21 weeks. 1%.
I don't care if it's .001.
But here's why, Dave. And
If
those
you have an
1%.
abortion after 20 weeks, you are committing murder.
Question: what happens if the mother's health is at stake?
Then she gets the free pass.
Okay, that's pretty much all that you get.
All
after that.
all right. Do you believe Kyle Rittenhouse is guilty of murder?
Why are we going to Kyle Rittenhouse?
Well, no, just answer the question. Do you
He shot
believe
people.
Kyle Rittenhouse is guilty of murder?
How is this directly related to the people who get abortions right before they're pregnant because of health reasons?
I don't. First off, generally, once a woman has passed about 32 weeks, every single health complication she could have can be resolved surgically. The reason I chose 20 weeks is because 4 weeks off, it's 4 weeks before minimal viability.
But what happens, Dave,
now, answer my question.
I'm
Do
still don't understand how Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse is innocent?
I still don't understand how that's related to this, because what I'm looking at is
because
I'm looking
you're
at
talking about fetuses and all this shit, and
Yes.
and you're perfectly fine with moms killing their unborn babies. Again.
After 30 weeks or so, it requires a doctor.
Again. Answer my question, Kyle Rittenhouse. And I'm not going to let this go.
He killed them, yes.
Oh, he killed him.
Yes, he did.
Does he deserve to die?
I do not believe in the death penalty, no.
Even though Kyle Rittenhouse was proved innocent, and you've seen he was innocent.
I don't believe in the death penalty, which actually, I want to bring one of your comments up, Dave, and I want to show you, I want to apply it to what you just said. So you think that any abortion after 30 weeks is murder? Even 21, you say is murder, right?
Generally, with exceptions, yes.
Okay. And like I said, when the stats come out, and pretty much every single abortion after that point is a medical necessity, you're still going against it. Like, give me a story of an actual source of a person who, right before, like the 36 hours before they gave birth, just said fuck it and had an abortion. Give me a source of people who, close to their birth, actually decided just fuck it, I don't want it, and didn't have and had an abortion for non.
You know what? You're actually half right on this.
Okay.
I can't give you a single source, but
They don't
I find it funny that states feel the need to have this on their books, as it's legal to get an abortion 5 minutes before you give birth.
Now, do you know why those are on the case? And I can explain why.
Oh, I would love for you, sweetheart.
Those are on the case so that if there's a medical necessity happening right at childbirth, then the state,
even the most conservative fucking states, allow for medical exemptions.
Medical exemptions, you can, like I said, it's medical reasons for it. Can you
medical exemptions you can get in even the most conservative states? That's bullshit. Do better.
Dave, there are multiple states that are trying to make it illegal for even ectopic pregnancies to be aborted.
No, there's not. No, there's fucking not. Give me the state.
Give me 1 second. But what they have done is they have made it so that ectopic pregnancies...
No, give me the state. I don't care. Give me the state.
So, things like Texas and Louisiana make their abortion... Hold on, let me explain something. They make their abortion laws, like their illegality of abortion, so vague that things like ectopic pregnancies are not defined in it, and the doctor can't get a say.
Hold up. Let me just. You box yourself in with Texas.
Okay. The law is confusing enough that there are people who have delayed or denied care.
Well, they can also go to another state and get it if they don't want it.
Dave,
is that not legal, and is that not proper?
Dave, couple things about that. I think actually, let me check something real quick.
Oh my God, you can go with any state. But anyway, this is the AI overview. Texas has a very strict abortion law. A trigger law was enacted in 2021, combined with overturning of Roe v. Wade, banned abortion in the state with very limited exceptions.
So, Let me double check. Trying to figure out.
Is abortion legal in Texas? A licensed physician must perform it. The patient must have a life-threatening condition and be at risk of death or substantial, complications if said fetus is delivered. And then the physician must try to save the life of the fetus.
Double check.
That's what I'm getting.
Okay, and there are doctors who,
And it doesn't say,
have made it hard
and
to
it doesn't say if there's any amount of weeks before or after conception.
Yes, and Dave, the reason why you cannot give sources of people going 36 hours before pregnancy or before birth and getting an abortion is because they don't exist. At that point, the family has a room ready to go. They've got stuff. They've got
No. It's not me providing anecdotes of that. It's the fact that you would support a law that would allow that. That's the point.
And once again, as we can
Do you support a woman having an abortion 36 hours before she's going to give birth?
Since the only time they ever do is whenever it's a health reason, sure.
There is no health reason 36 hours before birth. They can have the baby cesarean if they need to.
Not in every scenario, Dave.
Oh my God!
Pregnancy.
You're just an evil little cunt, aren't you? No,
Dave,
the point
I'm literally just saying
the point of the question is to follow how far you would go. Okay, when does it become a person? When does it become a person?
In my opinion, when it is viable outside the womb, we should, if possible...
Okay, so you're a hell of a lot closer to me.
Dave, can I state my opinion, please? Can I state my statement without you bothering it, without you interrupting?
Go for it.
My statement is, if possible, and both lives are able to be saved, I would like us to prefer saving both. But if there is any instance where it is one or the other, the mother's life is preferred. Like, if we can only save one or the other, and it's guaranteed one will survive, the mother should be prioritized.
Congratulations, you're on my team.
I'm actually not, because I am perfectly fine with if that means 36 hours for abortion should be allowed to happen. Because the thing is, it doesn't happen for no reason.
36 hours before abortion, they can cut the damn baby out. I am talking about an elective abortion 36 hours before birth. You're against it. Congratulations, you're with me.
Can you present any evidence where that actually has happened?
It doesn't matter. The fact if you support it, or if you deny it, you're with me. Do you deny a woman's right to have an elective abortion 36 hours before she's going to give birth?
Did both the woman and the doctor?
Yes or no?
Dave, you keep...
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, if the doctor and the mother agree to it, then there's obviously a reason that needs to be done.
Oh my
Doctors
God.
don't do it for no reason.
And you believe doctors. Didn't they fuck us over during the COVID bullshit?
No, they didn't. Doctors are shit.
All right, I'm done with you. I've given
Dave,
you
I
enough
also
time.
want to state my death penalty thing. Why am I against it?
I don't care. We can
200
have
people
another
have been acquitted
time.
since 1973.
Fuck
200
off.
people have been murdered without anything on there. That's why. 200 people have been murdered.
Dagaresh, leave.
Okay, I'll leave.
Hey, I would say you could stay. Hey, I waited in line. All right, I waited in line. Don't kick me. What's up?
You're right, you did.
Yeah, I did wait in line.
All right.
Oh.
What you want to talk about?
I mean, a lot. Honestly, you had some wild takes about like abortion and everything.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but
you said
it
you
also
wanted to have
kills
the
your
questions,
community
though.
far more than it does mine. So, I mean,
Hey,
you
why
already
do
think
black
I'm a
people
fucking
get-
racist, so I already should be cheering on.
People get more abortions.
I already should be cheering this on as making my country nice and white again.
Okay, neat, good edgy joke. Just say what you want to say. So why do black people get more abortions then, Dave?
Well, simple. They don't want to raise their kids.
Oh,
There's no
is
daddy
that-
in the home.
Is that really that's really what it is? So it's not because
Pretty
they tend to
much.
be- they're overwhelmingly more poor.
No.
that doesn't tie into it doesn't tie into anything. Oh, okay.
No.
Material conditions doesn't tie into anything.
Nope.
At all. No. Oh. Why don't material conditions tie into anything, Dave?
Because they don't.
They don't tie into anything.
Nope.
Weird. So if you're homeless, that doesn't tie into anything.
Why are you able to broadcast right now? Was it because of material conditions or shit that you did yourself?
Yeah, motherfucker, it's material conditions.
Really?
What?
So your mom's paying for
Yeah.
your internet?
No, if I didn't have a job,
Your
I
mom's
wasn't
paying for
working, I wouldn't
your
be-
apartment?
No, what?
Your mom's paying for your clothes being clean? Your mom's paying for your ability to be on this platform?
Why are you projecting so much?
No, just I'm asking questions.
Okay, so I.
How
work
are you
and I
able to
pay- I
project
pay for
yourself
my
like
own
this?
stuff.
Why?
Because I work and I pay for my own bills.
Fucking exactly.
And if I didn't work, I would have different material conditions, wouldn't I? If I was making less money, I
You'd
would
be
have
a lot
different material
poorer.
conditions. Yes, and that would affect the material conditions.
So why
around
are
me,
you
right?
bitching about me?
I'm not bitching about you. I'm asking, do material conditions matter? And you said no.
No,
And then
they
you just
don't.
They don't. Okay, so let's say
Again,
you're-
once again,
Okay.
you grew up in a middle class household.
Me? No.
Oh, you grew up in
I
a
grew
lower
up-
middle class household.
Bro, I grew up under poverty. What the fuck?
You literally just said your mama paid the internet bill.
No, I said no, she doesn't.
No,
I
I don't
pay
think
my
it's
own
what you
shit.
said. But
All right.
tell you what, did you always
Sure.
have food on the table growing up?
No.
I'm gonna cast
didn't.
X doubt on that. I think you're lying.
Oh, all right, motherfucker, you can.
All right.
You can. I don't care. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Let me put this in there.
All right. You can put whatever you want in there. I want to see what you're going to say now.
Everyone just rises and falls on their own merit.
So like Elon Musk rose and fell on his own merit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He didn't have any money. He didn't have any backing whatsoever.
Well, he might have had money. He might have had a bit of
okay.
backing, but
But that affects your.
But he took
Yeah,
the
yeah,
millions
keep in
and turned them into billions.
Sure. Okay. But that still affects your material conditions. Doesn't
Oh, well, that kind of defeats your whole fucking argument now, doesn't it?
it? No, because
No,
he
the
had
reason
different
you're a
material
fucking broke
condition.
loser is
okay.
because because you think,
It's
oh,
because-
this is the way it is because it has always been this way.
And you're. Where did I say this?
You've always believed that. I've
Where did I
spoken
say
with
this?
you enough times to know.
Oh, okay. I never once.
All right,
were talking about material
where's your plan to raise the fucking community?
I mean, I actively engage in community inclusion. I actively
what?
build people up. During COVID, I was running rent fairs to help people make their rent.
With what? Yeah, I know you
Through
said rent
community
fair.
gatherings.
But
Yeah, to have
what'd
people
you
come
do?
together and
you,
help.
Did you bother to have a young black guy on your stream elevate his stream?
Motherfucker,
No,
I am a young black
no,
guy.
you didn't.
Yeah, wait.
No,
I wasn't
right,
streaming
you
in.
didn't.
I wasn't streaming in 2020. I was
How
actually. I was out in
fucking
the field.
convenient.
Yeah, I started streaming in 2023. I don't know how that's convenient. What is that an own all of a sudden? Is that a own?
All
all of
right,
a sudden?
I've given you more than enough time. You're done.
Well, you're not. You actually haven't answered anything, and now you're just being a bitch. So.
I don't really care.
Yeah,
and
I know I don't
if,
care.
If you,
I don't care. I'm David Nord. I don't care about nothing. Keep joking.
Oh, by the
You know,
way,
so-
if you come on here
Yeah.
again, it will be the end of the stream, and you will be the
All right,
one
cool.
responsible for it. All right. What the hell do you want?
Oh my gosh, hi. Hold on a second. Let me unmute you. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, long time listener, first time caller. I just wanted to call about the abortion thing. Hello.
Okay. Mute your audio, please, sweetheart.
Sorry. That was my fault. Oops. Okay. So I definitely think that abortion has no limitations. I definitively believe that it is a mother's choice. And I also don't agree with the death penalty because I think that the government are pompous dicks.
Okay, well, generally when we sentence people to death, they have given at least 2 chances at appeal.
Okay, but so I can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
Okay, so if let's say a woman is pregnant with twins and one of the twins gets eaten in the womb, should we arrest the other baby when it's born?
Well, no. Once once the act was committed, before they were human, usually.
So they're not human, thus
But
abortion is fine.
but generally, when we give the death penalty, it's somebody that is fully conscious and capable and knows exactly what they're doing.
So, but you literally just said
And if it was
that,
up to me, I'd expand the death penalty.
but you just said that it was an act committed before it was human. Therefore, abortion is fine because it's not a human.
You're asking me, and there, well before my end on abortion, because I'm pro-abortion to a point. There isn't a single record of a nearly formed fetus, a 35-week fetus, eating another 35-week-old fetus.
Do you spend a lot of time on the internet just looking up these facts? Because you seem to be incredibly knowledgeable about like really obscure facts that have to do with the female body.
It just comes from YouTube, sweetheart.
So you just spend time watching YouTube videos about in vitro humans? Like you watch content about pregnant women a lot? I understand that you have...
I watch a lot of videos from a lot of sources, and that's where I get my shit from.
Okay. Secondary question. So let's say that you do late-term genetic testing and you find out that your baby has trisomy 18. Is that something that you would agree is worthy of getting an abortion?
I don't know what the hell trisomy 18 is, and I don't know when it is diagnosed.
So trisomy 18 is a genetic condition, which is they are not capable of life. So while a baby can be born, they will die in agony, essentially, 2 to 3 months after they're born. So do you think it's okay to quantify that a child can have 2 to 3 months of being in intense pain rather than just not being born in the first place?
Well, in your extreme example, and I guarantee you they could probably get this test before the 20th week, before my deadline. But even if they can't, in your extreme example, then no, I'm fine with abortion.
Well, is it not okay for me to give extreme examples when you've been doing extreme examples this entire time?
I haven't been giving extreme examples, sweetheart.
I mean, you have been because you're...
No, I haven't. No,
What?
I have not.
How many women do you know that have been pregnant while you have known them?
I'd probably say 125.
You know 125 women? I don't even know.
Oh no,
125
I know
women.
way more than 125 women.
Oh, like
That's the only
or-
that's the only one that have been pregnant. I probably know close to 2,000 women.
Oh, that seems like a really big amount for somebody that, like, you seem to have like really small town vibes, and so. I guess, I mean, my town is 2,000 people, so I guess we could have a town of 2,000 women. That'd be cool.
Except your town, you should know everyone. It's only 2,000 people.
Oh, I just moved here, so just getting to know the area.
Well, within a year, you should know everyone, sweetheart.
Interesting. So back to the original topic of conversation, I understand that you agree with a 20-week abortion ban. Do you think there should be like a 20-week death penalty? Like, kill them in 20 weeks?
If it was up to me, especially with child molesters, you have your appeal, and after your appeal is denied or rejected, or you're found guilty again, you're just drug out behind the courthouse and shot.
Well, that seems a little extreme, Dave. Personally,
Keep in mind, sweetheart. Hold up. Before you build up your defense, keep in mind you are defending child molesters.
Oh, I'm not. I've actually gotten in trouble at school for some of my views in the past. But so I'm just saying that I don't understand why you're putting so much on a non-sentient clump of cells.
Because
No. Eventually
that clump of cells will become sentient. Will it not?
But what if it doesn't?
Again, I put my pizza dough in the oven. You smack it out of my hands. I say you wrecked my pizza. You say it was dough. Eventually it will become a pizza.
I mean, if it's just dough, it doesn't have any of the other necessary components.
Again, I gave my 20-week limit. What do you
Okay.
think? Well, let me ask you a question, sweetheart.
Sure.
What do you think the limit should be?
I think that it should be the choice of the woman that's carrying the baby, or
So
the
you
person with
think
the
so you
uterus that
think
has
so
it.
you think birth, up to the point of birth.
Sure, if that's necessary. I don't understand why you get upset when people don't agree with you, because it seems that your whole
Because at
platform
some
is
point the
disagreement.
fetus is viable outside the mother.
Do you get upset about this because you were a preemie? Is that why you're like sensitive about this area?
No.
No? Is it like a religious thing? Like I know
No,
you said you're an atheist.
I'm an atheist. I think it's disgusting and wrong, and I think it's completely hypocritical. You want to kill a baby that's 1 month from being born, and you think that's fine, but I want to kill some piece of shit that raped his stepdaughters, killed their mother. I want to kill him, but you got a fucking problem with it because it's the state doing it.
I mean, inherently, you're throwing out like really extreme things, and
No,
most
no,
of the
no,
time-
no, no,
most of the
Judd,
time,
no, no, no.
rapists
They, no,
and
no, no, no,
child
no, no, no,
molesters
no,
do
no,
not
no,
get the death
no, no,
penalty. They
no,
get
no,
They get less than
no,
5 years.
no! You have to accept this truth.
Rapists and pedophiles tend to get less than 5 years in
Oh
prison.
my
Let's
fucking
remember
god!
rapist
Oh my
Brock
fucking
Turner.
god!
Rapist Brock Turner.
You have an issue with me killing a rapist pedophile because it's under the guise of the state.
I'm saying that rapists and pedophiles do not.
I'm done
get-
with you. I'm done with you. Go
do not
fuck
get the
yourself.
death
I am
penalty.
done. We're done. Go fuck off.
Hello?
Speak clear and speak quick.
So, Dave, I've got a question about sentience.
Considering I never argued that.
No, I have the question about it. So, in order to clarify between the death penalty and this unborn child,
Oh my god, you motherfuckers are still willing to die on this damn hill.
but it was your question, and I already knew coming into this that was like the whole deal or whatever. This is what we wanted to focus on. So, we're going to stay on the death penalty versus abortion, like you asked.
Alright, tell you what, I have to take a quick restroom break. I'll be right back.
Okay. Guys, did he leave me up? Did he leave me up? Hold on. I gotta check.
Hey, look, no one tell David came back, okay? No one tell David came back.
Okay, I don't care, but
Yeah, he left you up, of course.
Yeah, what's up? All right. I'm planning on ruining this. No one tell him.
Yeah.
You
I'm
left
gonna
you.
pop back out just in case.
All right.
Guys, I'm making spam. We had fish tacos last night. If you go check the Bacon Man Productions Twitter, it should be the latest tweet. I made some bomb-ass fish tacos, compared them to Dave's. Nothing alike.
Alright, what's your question?
So, Dave, when do you think during development that sentience is formed? The ability to have the
24
human
weeks.
experience. Okay, 24
And
weeks.
I said my abortion cutoff is 20 weeks.
So, why
That's
is
when the brain's
sentience-
developed. And that gives a reasonable amount of time for a mom to decide if she's going to fucking have the baby or not. Yes, God forbid we actually fucking demand women make a decision
How's
in
that
a
gonna be
timely
fun?
manner. And again, I give a couple of weeks leeway in there. Now, if after the 24-week mark, the fetus is killing the mother, then fine, get rid of the little bastard. But again,
So-
I am sick to death of this thing that women never actually have to make a fucking decision.
What do you mean they don't? They would have to make
They have
a
20
decision
weeks.
either way.
Again,
Okay.
there are states where you can have an abortion up to the minute of birth. Colorado specifically.
okay. Dave, I have to question this, okay? So, your argument about part of your argument about Trump, but sort of just kind of your baser beliefs, right? Is that states' rights should have authority over federal rights, right?
Well, there is no federal
states-
law one way or the other
states should
over abortion.
Yeah, so the states should have all of the power, right?
Yeah, and some of the states are wrong.
Okay, so want to clarify. You live in Minnesota, right?
Yes.
Okay. What are your laws in Minnesota?
If I had to guess, I think we are
Why
one
are
of
you
the...
guessing it's your state, Dave?
Doesn't matter what I think. Does it
It's
matter
not
what
you
I
think, it's
know?
what the state's laws are.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know, and I don't care. That doesn't prove your point.
But it
I can look up my shit
is,
right
Dave.
now and
Then do it.
obliterate you out of the water.
Oh my God, no! I haven't even made a point yet.
Now, complete this sentence. Why is it morally okay to terminate a pregnancy versus killing a convicted prisoner? And usually a convicted murderer.
I don't know what that has to do. Okay, so that's the death penalty part. Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, that's what we're
So-
discussing. So please explain to
So-
me, Mr. Jackass.
Do you
Explain
want
to
me
me
to lean more on the death
how it is
penalty side or the abortion
morally
side?
right that we kill unborn fetuses versus not killing convicted criminals.
So you had one extreme example thrown at you already, and then another one thrown at you.
Oh, I can give you a lot
which-
more examples, sweetheart.
That one wasn't good enough for an exception. So I'm not going to look for
Oh,
an
of
excuse to give
course.
you an
You're not
exception.
going to do it because you know I'm fucking right.
but you're not.
Yes, I am.
So states have the
What?
ability
Explain to
to make their
me.
own laws.
Explain to me why the death penalty is immoral and abortion is moral then.
Hey, Dave, if you don't like the laws of our country, why don't you leave?
Well, one, you probably live in a pussy state that doesn't have the death penalty. Two,
I live in Iowa, Dave.
oh, good. You live in
Are
a.
you stupid?
Oh, God, you're an Iowa pussy. Oh, God.
We're one of the
Oh,
most conservative
God.
states.
You're from Iowa. Ah, fuck. Anyway,
Are you fucking
you
stupid?
live in Iowa. Fine. Fine, you live in a
There's
death
a
penalty state.
cornfield
Then
2
please
blocks
explain to
from
me
me,
why
bro.
it's immoral.
With a Trump
Why
sign.
it's
What?
immoral? Why it is immoral for the government to kill somebody after they had a trial versus a mom that just doesn't want to have a fucking kid?
Can I offer you that I don't give a shit?
Even though the dumb cunt had sex without protection.
Is it my child?
You know what? Fuck it. Yes, it is.
It's my child?
Yeah, sure. In this
Okay,
scenario.
So when do... Wait. So when do I get to decide when it's a child?
You
When
don't.
I
You're a
don't want to
male.
abort it.
You don't.
Okay, but-
You're a male.
Okay.
This is
So,
the problem.
I want this-
Women hold
No.
every single fucking reproductive right on the planet. Shaggy.
Dave, you don't get to railroad me.
Oh, yes, I do. It's my fucking channel.
Did you just call me Shaggy? Bro, you got the fucking hardest on for me. That's a compliment, dude. What are you talking about? Shaggy is the most powerful animated person in existence.
Yeah. Do you have a point, or I'm going to boot your ass?
You literally just
Do you have a
made
point,
me
or I'm going to boot
more
your
powerful
ass?
than you. Okay,
Do you
so
have a point, or I'm going to boot your ass?
my point is, you think that states have specific rights. If those states have specific rights, then they get to make up when these things happen. So if a specific state says this is when this gets to happen,
Yeah,
you have
except
no
some
say in
states
that.
have said this is never going to happen.
Then go to
And
those
you
states.
can't stand there
You
and
don't
bitch
have to
about
live
it.
where it
I'm
happens.
done with you.
Have I made my point?
I'm done with you.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
All right, we're just crashing out. We're just fucking going.
Yeah.
All right, you done running? You done being a bitch?
All right. Raptor
Okay.
Blue has made sure that no one else can be heard tonight. He has
Yeah,
crashed
you were
my
out, you were yelling
my
over
thing,
everybody.
and
You were running. You were yelling over everybody, and you weren't letting anyone talk. I
Okay,
had to
since
let
we're
everyone
Indian, I'm
guess
gonna join
this
too.
is the end of
know.
this.
Yeah, fuck it. Everyone.
Again, I try to have everyone on, and they make it fucking impossible. Tell you what, I'm gonna be extra generous tonight.
Empathy and kindness are some of the most powerful things that we have. Everyone you see on here is a person with a story just like you.
All right, Legos. How are you?
Cool, so you're teaching life science and physics too.
Uh-oh, he's up again.
Be painful for all involved. But in any case, we've got our heart out for
Yeah, I bet he's gonna shut the computer down.
Yeah, it probably is.
Good, that means you won't delete it.
Wait, is he back? Oh no!
Yep, it's
Oh,
gone.
you just shut down. No!
Good, I get to download a 6-hour stream.
Oh God,
That's true. We exist.
not me. I'm a voice in your computer, and I'm not really real.
I only exist until Dave shows the stream. Don't let yourself.
Oh, shit.